Everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Match Betting Chronicles. And today's video is on Betfair pre-game trading. And this one is a little bit hard to explain, but I'm going to do my best because it might help some of you in your trading. Now, as you can see, the position here is that I've staked £209.15 on Brentford to beat Everton at odds of 4.1. And you might think, why 209.15? That's basically all I could get matched at this price before it started to drop. And I didn't see it dropped. I walked away, and when I came back, it dropped quite a bit. So at the moment we're in front. The lay odds are 3.8, which means if I trade out now, I can lock in a profit of £16.55 across all outcomes. But you know me, what I prefer to do is lock in a little bit of profit and have a free bet. So what I'd prefer to do in this situation is I'd lay something like 214, and then I'm guaranteeing myself £4.85 if Everton win or if it's a draw. But if Brentford do manage to win, it's near enough 50 quid. So that's what the sort of thing I'd be going for, because with Brentford you never really know what you're going to get. It is possible, it's a good chance they will win. But I'm not going to make this trade yet. I do think that it might continue to shorten sort of on Sunday morning. So before the game on Sunday, I'll be looking to trade this position. Anyway, let me try and explain why I did this trade, which is the complicated part. Now, the key factor was this game. It was Everton's last game. And they played away at Watford, and it finished 0-0. Now, I did my trade on Brentford 2 or 3 days before this game had started. And if Everton beat Watford convincingly, by 2 or 3 goals, I would have traded out this position for break even or a small loss. I'd have had to get out of this trade because I think Brentford would have drifted in that case, or there would have been a real danger that they would drift. And that is because of momentum. If we look at Everton's previous games, they had a rocky start under Frank Lampard. I mean, they lost to West Ham, and then they lost to their relegation rivals, Burnley. But since then, they've beaten Man United, and then a draw to Leicester. Okay, they did lose to Liverpool, but almost every team loses to Liverpool. And they beat Chelsea, and then they won away at Leicester. So, they've been doing very well at the moment. And I think the momentum shifted to Everton, and I watched the odds on this game, and Everton's starting odds just kept shortening, and it was clear that a lot of people were backing Everton. So if they won this game, convincingly as well, I think that people would have heavily backed Everton to beat Brentford. But because Watford are quite weak, and they couldn't get a goal, basically, that worked in my favour, and that's why I stuck with the trade. Another reason why I did this trade is because when Brentford played away at Leicester, their starting odds were below 4. So I did think that Brentford shouldn't be starting above 4 against Everton, because you look at the league table, Everton are, in a relegation battle. Leicester, although they're not quite on form this season, you know, they're middle of the table. They're safe. So yeah, you'd expect Brentford to have a harder job against Leicester than Everton, basically. But on the other hand, in the FA Cup, I'm sure something happened in the other FA Cup. I can't find it now. Let me check Brentford. No, I can't find that either. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So FA Cup, Brentford played away at Everton, and Everton won 4-1. So yeah, it was a not completely certain trade, but you know, I did think this game, it all hinged on this game. So I hope that makes sense, guys, for my reasoning why I did the trade on Brentford. But if not, feel free to ask any questions in the comments. And yeah, just my main point of this video is that sometimes it's worth doing an early trade and using the game before as a, what's the word? I don't know, like a catalyst or something of importance. Basically, the previous game can often change the odds of the game coming up. Not all the time, but quite a lot of times you'll see that happening. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.